The Nightmare. It was a dark and stormy night. The wind howled outside Sarah's apartment. As she lay in bed trying to sleep, she had been feeling uneasy all day, ever since she started her new job at the office. Something about the place just didn't feel right. Sarah tried to shake off the feeling, it was just her imagination, but she couldn't help but think about Jim, her office mate who had died suddenly a few weeks ago. There had been rumors about his death being linked to the strange occurrences in the office, but Sarah didn't believe in such things. Suddenly, Sarah heard a loud crash from her living room. She got out of bed and cautiously made her way to the living room, only to find that everything was in its place. She shook her head, thinking that she was just being silly. The next day at work, Sarah couldn't shake off the feeling of being watched. She kept glancing over her shoulder, half expecting to see Jim's ghost standing behind her, but of course, there was no one there. As the day wore on, strange things started happening in the office. Papers would fly off desks for no apparent reason. Doors would slam shut on their own, and the temperature would suddenly drop. Sarah tried to brush it off as just a coincidence, but deep down she knew there was something else going on. One evening, Sarah stayed late at the office to finish up some work. As she was packing up her things, she heard a faint whisper coming from behind her. She turned around, but no one was there. She felt a cold breeze brush past her, and she knew that she was not alone. The next day, Sarah received an email from Jim's account. It was just a jumbled mess of letters and numbers, but Sarah knew that it was Jim trying to communicate with her. She tried to ignore it, but she couldn't shake off the feeling of being watched. As the weeks went by, things only got worse. Sarah would wake up in the middle of the night, feeling as if someone was breathing down her neck. She would hear strange noises coming from her apartment, and she knew that Jim was still haunting her. One night, Sarah decided to confront Jim's ghost. She went to the office after hours and stood in front of Jim's old desk. She called out his name, but there was no response. Suddenly, she felt a cold hand on her shoulder, and she knew that Jim was standing right behind her. Sarah screamed and ran out of the office, never to return again. She quit her job the next day and moved out of her apartment, hoping to leave Jim's ghost behind. But even now, she can still feel his presence lurking in the shadows, waiting to strike again. Thank you for watching. Leave your comments and suggestions for the next story. Please click the subscribe button and like the video. Also, click the notification bell for more videos. Let's get thrilled.